There's a chance that the 417 stroker in my D100 shop truck project is dead. I really hope not. Let's find out. Does it run? Does it grenade? So in the last video where I was messing with the D100, I was playing with carburetors and I ran into an issue. I had rebuilt some carburetors. I was using the D100 to test them, and the third one was what was going to stay on there. Got it on and was adjusting fuel. It wasn't running great, and then all of a sudden, this happened. I came around to this side of the truck. Yeah, that's not a good thing. So I tore the carburetor off the engine, pulled the plugs, and the plugs, where are they? I thought I had stuck them there. Where'd my plugs go? Where'd my plugs go? Am I fucking blind? Thought I'd set them right here. Oh my God. Oh, right there. And my brand new plugs came out looking like this. Obviously it's still running rich, but this doesn't show anything. At least none of the plugs are damaged. I did do a compression test, and the numbers came back on that. They're number 4 is down. It's about 110. Everything else was 140 or above. But number 4 was definitely low. So I stuck a bore scope down all the cylinders. Didn't see anything wrong. So I threw the carburetor back on the bench, started taking it apart. It was just allowing a bunch of gas to flow into the engine. And then one of the cylinders hydrolocked, maybe. And that it just, something let loose, shot a bunch of that fuel. I thought was number 4. I mean, obviously it's on the passenger side because that's where all the fluid was, all the gas and carbon and everything was on the passenger side. Did I bend a rod? I don't know. So here are my options. I can either tear the engine out of the truck, which I was kind of leaning towards, or I put the carburetor back together, slap everything back on the truck, and see what happens. Does it run? Does it grenade? Does it shoot a rod out the side of the block? Let's find out. All right, so right now I've got the carburetor back on the engine. I'm running the electric pump just to fill the carburetor up. Haven't put the spark plugs in yet. I want to see, make sure there's no gas getting past the carburetor into the engine, potentially flooding out the engine and hydrolocking it. So here, you should be able to hear it. Hear that running. I looked down inside the carb, didn't see anything. I said the plugs aren't in yet, so I would think that if there was gas getting past parts of the carburetor, then we would have an issue. Let me open up the primaries. It's going to squirt a little bit, but just the accelerator pump. But at least then I can cram this open and see if there are any potential leaks anywhere, hopefully. I'm not seeing anything like dripping past anywhere in the car. Let me wedge this open. All right, carburetor's on, ignition's on, fuel pump is pumping, plugs are back in and connected. I have a charger on here because, well, I ran the battery down while messing with it. So give it a few squirts and see if she'll light off and not blow up the engine. Oh, wait, I know what I forgot. There's a vacuum leak right now because I took off my vacuum gauge and never plugged that port. But she ran. Obviously needs to be adjusted. Not good. Not good. A lot of something's still not right. That's really bad. All right, well, it's running. It's still running rich. Maybe it's time to start looking for vacuum leaks? I don't know. I'm sitting at 20 degrees of initial timing. I've got the idle mixture screws one turn out. They're not really doing anything. Time to keep playing. Well, she's idling at 850, completely warmed up. Coolant temp right now is, 170, 175-ish, something like that. Still running rich. I have it set, I got the idle mixture screws are like half a turn out. And I got 15 inches of vacuum at idle, which with upgraded cam, maybe. I'm gonna keep playing with it, see if I can get it better. It's not bad. At least it's smooth. So hopefully there's no damage. Hopefully this thing isn't completely screwed. Seems like she's okay, hopefully. But I'm gonna play with it some more. All right, so been running for a while, still running rich. And the idle mixture screws aren't doing a whole lot. I'm at 20 degrees of initial timing, 15 inches at idle. She's idling good though, just rich. Got to figure that out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let it cool down for a little while, clean up. Then I want to see how it does on a cold start. Cold-ish. I may have to wait till tomorrow morning to do this, or maybe later today. I'm going to let it cool and see how she does on a cold start. I had trouble starting it when I first got everything put back on, but now that it's kind of dialed in, I want to see how it does. So I'll bring you back for that. All right, guys, so for now, it looks like we might be crisis averted. Got everything all back together, ready to start it up and bring it back in. Now, it's still idling rich. Not as rich as it was, but it's still rich. I'd like for it to be leaner. Let me know. Let's have a conversation down in the comments. What do you guys think? I mean, I've looked at, the transfer slot. I know there are no vacuum leaks. I've looked at everything I can think of. It's just still running rich. Now, that's not to say there may still be an issue with the engine, possibly. Having that Holley Sniper on here, the engine was never happy with that. I mean, I got it down pretty decent, but it always never ran quite right. So maybe there's something that's still messed up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments and give me some ideas and I'll look into them. But yeah, I think for now, I'm just going to be able to take it out and put some time on it and see how it does. Hopefully it's crisis averted. Really appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell. See you on the next one. Wheel chocks. There's still a chock under the back wheel.